PMAC Movies, back in the PMAC Movies movie room. Here for a special video to talk about the Kino Lorber Studio Classic sale that's been going on for a few days. I think there's a little bit more time to go ahead and place orders if you're interested. If you do enjoy my videos, please take a look at the description section for ways you can help out, and hit the thumbs up if you like my videos. It helps out the channel. And it'll help these videos get dispersed among the millions of Blu-ray and DVD collectors out there. Millions and millions. But I want to take a look at some of the Kinos I've watched. I think I probably have some in my bins too, but out of the ones that are out. I do want to talk about like Kino sales, how they work and things like that. So Kino will have a sale, it seems like every few months. I thought it was like a while since they had one. So I was kind of waiting for one. It seemed like the last one they had was just like horror movies or something. I don't know if it was like, I can't remember what it was, if it was a Friday the 13th sale, if it was a Halloween sale. Halloween, that seems awful long ago that it would have been, but they have sales, and with their sales, like, not everything's included, so you kind of have to take that into consideration. Like, things that I got the last sale aren't necessarily a part of this sale. So I'm going to be showing off some stuff. Some of these are part of the sale. Some of them I'm pretty sure aren't. So you're going to have to check. I try to keep my price range. I try to keep to the $9.99 titles and below. If I really want something, I'll pay like the $10.99 for it. I may have even went up to the $11.99 for some, but very rarely. I try to stick, because eventually they'll come down some more. So I try to stick to the more affordable ones, more or less. I have some Rose Hips tea here, very high in vitamin C. You just buy some, I got some organic Rose Hips, you steep it for 15 minutes and you got a nice vitamin C health tonic. Okay. So let's take a look at what we got. These are ones that I have watched. Some of them I really liked. Some of them I didn't like that much. So these are, I'm just pulling out the ones that I watched, basically, that I was able to find quickly. I'm not going to go rummaging through, just to give you guys some ideas of some things to look for. But the thing is, I have a lot of like Kinos and stuff through here, and then down here. So I have like a fairly decent collection of them. I'm sure I have some in my bins too. And then I have some, actually there was another sale. I got a bunch that I have over there, like the Scarlet Letter and a few other things. You can get some really good deals on stuff. So go through and see what you can get, but I'm going to share what I have here. So first, this is based on a Stephen King book. It is Needful Things. From 1993, it's 120 minutes, and this is one that I really liked quite a bit. I got this from Hamilton Book for $7 maybe, and I think this is part of the sale, and it's less than $10. It might be $8-ish, something like that. I really enjoyed this movie. It's been several months since I watched it, but it's like Max von Sydow's character owns this shop, and people come in and tell him like what they want, and he gives it to them, but for a price. And it, you know, good morals in this one. And I think like a lot of stuff about like materialism and things like that in this one. It's tough to talk about things if you haven't watched them in a while, but this is definitely a high recommendation. Definitely if at that price, it's like $7 or $8. This is a beer me. I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I believe when I bought this though, there were some issues with there being like different cuts of this movie, and this not being the preferred cut, and it might not have subtitles too. I don't like, you know, Blu-ray should have subtitles. I feel like maybe this one didn't. I don't know for sure on that, but it might not have subtitles, and there might be like a better version of it, but still, this is a really entertaining, good movie. Up next, we have Tommy Lee Jones. in the Park is Mine. I didn't care for this one that much, honestly. This is from 1985. Tommy Lee Jones like takes over as at Central Park, and it didn't really grip me. It didn't hook me. I think it might be more of a product of its time type of thing, so I can't really recommend that one too much. These two I don't think are part of the sale, but these are definitely ones that you want to be on the lookout for. The Night Strangler and The Night Stalker. These are two really good made-for-TV movies, and there was like a TV series that spun off from these movies. Slippy Dippies! But if you can get these for about $12, you know, that's a really good... That's actually less than I think I paid more like $14 or $15 for these. And these are really good ones. Kind of like detective ones, and there's some supernatural elements to them and stuff like that. I enjoyed those quite a bit. Let's go back to the tea. I'll tell you this about the rose hips, though. It doesn't have like a strong taste, and it's kind of like a orangey type of taste. You know, orange has vitamin C too, so it's something similar to that. Not as good though, but like the dandelion and the fennel are preferred to this one. Not that it's not horrible though. It's not that bad. It's not candy. It's not sweet. And then we have Donald Sutherland in The Puppet Masters, which honestly I have not even finished this one. I was watching it one time and I got sidetracked, so I have to finish this. This is a really good deal right now, though. I think this one might be only $7, and I believe the Kino person said that it is still shipping out with the slipcover. And this is a Donald Sutherland movie, and it is something in the vein of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So it's not like as good as Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it's kind of like up that sort of alley. And I actually have to finish this one. I think like I said, I only watched part of it. I should watch this later, actually. So I have the Trilogy of Terror 2 here, which I really enjoyed, and I have the Trilogy of Terror. I don't know where it is. I'm just looking for it here. Do I have some Kinos up there, too? Actually, I do. I have Kinos all over the place. I have some more Kinos up at the top I'm seeing. Trilogy of Terror 2. I actually preferred this to the first one. The first one, they're a trilogy, so they have 3 segments. I remember the first segment, and it was excellent on Trilogy of Terror. And then the second 2, I didn't really care for that much. This one, I believe I felt like all 3 were pretty solid. I think the story with the Zuni fetish doll in this one, I liked more than the first one. There was one... What else was there in here? I was thinking that Indian one was in this, but that was that other horror anthology. That wasn't this one. The Graveyard Rats. Oh yeah, that was a good one too with the Graveyard Rats. That was another good one. And Bobby. Monstrous consequences result when a mother strikes a devilish bargain to bring her drowned son back from the dead. Oh, that was a good one too. So this is actually, I thought all 3 portions of this were quite solid, so this is definitely a recommendation. And my man Bill Geriatric Geek, I think he told me he got this from a Goodwill, the Blu-ray. This version for like a couple bucks, that's insane, because I got a good deal on this. This came out like not that long ago, and I got it for what did I pay for this? I think I paid like $13, and that was during a bargain type buy 2 get 1. My mouth is getting dry from all this talking. I'm empowered by the vitamin C of the rose hips. We have Impulse here. This one was okay. It's from 1984, 91 minutes. This was a Lewis Switcher recommendation. I think I might have paid $12 for this. I thought it was okay. It was nothing great to me. So I can't really give it like a high recommendation. It didn't grip me, but I did enjoy it. It was an entertaining one. And then The Couch Trip. This was a fun one. It's a comedy, light comedy, kind of some action elements. I thought it was okay, nothing great. From 1988, 97 minutes. Can't really give it a big recommendation. If you could get it for $5 or $6, you could beer yourself. A couple that I really enjoyed, a couple Roger Moores that I really enjoyed. The Man Who Haunted Himself. An excellent psychological movie, a psychological thriller. There's a lot of like deeper, interesting elements to this. I really enjoyed this one. It's from 1970, 94 minutes. I'm not sure if this is part of the sale. I think I got it for around $7, $8. It might very well be part of the sale, and definitely one that you should put on your beer yourself list. Is a PMAC Movies recommendation. Fantastic movie. Along with another one that I really liked, probably lessly regarded than that one, but I liked it pretty much just as much. The Naked Face. This one's from 1984, 103 minutes. A shocking and suspense-filled thriller. I'll tell you, I really enjoyed it, even though it didn't get very good reviews and stuff. Rod Steiger's in it, Elliot Gould, Ann Archer's in it. Ann Archer. Another really good one. Like it says, it's a thriller. I think he plays like a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something. And there's some weird stuff going on with him. I really enjoyed that one. Both of these fantastic movies. And they were great prices too. These weren't even $9. These were like $7, $6, $7, $8, something like that. So those were great. Naked Face, again, I'm not sure if it's part of this sale. So good, then, that I ended up, of course I had the James Bond movies with Roger Moore, but I watched those two movies in the same day, and I was like, I need to get any Roger Moore Kino. So, like, I went in, and I placed another order so I could get gold. This is actually the reverse artwork. I haven't watched this one yet. The reverse artwork's better than the regular artwork they had. That was like the one on the outside. The reverse artwork's so much better. So much better. So I still have to watch it. And then there's a Roger Moore one that I didn't have in this current sale. I don't remember what it's called, but I bought it. And I will be getting it next week at some point, probably Wednesday or Thursday. Donald Sutherland. I like to buy all the Donald Sutherlands. And we have some that are good, some that are not so good. Agatha Christie's Ordeal by Innocence. This one could have been a lot better. This one I was definitely underwhelmed with. I read pretty weak things about it. It's from 1984. It's 90 minutes. Donald's in this. Christopher Plummer, Ian McShane, Faye Dunaway. He's pretty much, I believe he met this guy who ended up, they say he committed suicide, I think, or maybe he overdosed, I can't remember. And then he's like going talking to family, trying to figure out, what really happened. And it wasn't really that great of a movie. Still one that I want to have because I'm a Donald Sutherland. He's one of my favorites. And so I'm keeping that baby. My head itches. Don't judge me. It's dry out. It's wintertime. And then I have The Rosary Murders, which this is another one that's not really that highly regarded, but I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed The Rosary Murders from 1987. It's 105 minutes, directed by Fred Walton, starring Donald Sutherland and Charles Durning. Donald plays a priest in this movie, and there's some priests and nuns are getting killed. He's trying to figure out what the heck's going on. He has a relationship with this woman that's very interesting, and I think this one was only like $6 when I got it. So this might be very cheap during the sale again if it's part of the sale. And if it is that price, you beer yourself. This is another recommendation. So if you can get like The Rosary Murders, Naked Face, The Man Who Haunted Himself, what else we got in here? What else might be a part of this sale? Needful Things. And then this next one I got. Jean-Paul Belmondo, very famous French actor, in Le Professionnel. Me and Charmaine watched this one, and I'll tell you what, it is an absolutely fantastic, fun, dramatic ride. This was a very entertaining movie. There was comedy, there was action, there was drama, there was suspense. This was a fantastic... I was blown away by this movie. This is a PMAC Movies classic movie from 1981, 108 minutes. I'll tell you, I loved it. I loved this movie. It was like $10. I got it for $10. You get Belmondo for $10 because when I think of Belmondo, Jean-Paul Belmondo, I'm thinking of, you know, Criterion Collection movies. He's got a bunch of... He's in a lot of big movies, so I'm thinking like Criterion Collection movies. So getting this for $10 was a beer me. And, you know, if you can put together an order with like... and I don't know if they're all part of the sale, but if they are... You throw in an order with like these things, Le Professional, The Man Who Haunted Himself, Naked Face, The Rosary Murders, Needful Things. You got a bunch of great movies, movies that PMAC Movies considers great movies, like 4 stars, 4.5 stars, 5 PMAC Movies classic status stars. Those are some beer me's, and I love the Jean-Paul Belmondo movie so much that I ended up buying a couple sets with some of his movies in them. These aren't Kinos, by the way, but these are Region B ones. The U.S. versions of these are just expensive and stuff like that. So you got the Jean-Pierre Melville box set here from the UK. This has got... It's got like the French titles, Bob Laflambeer, Leon Moore and Priest. Leon Moore and Priest is a really good one too, and that's also with Belmondo. La Doulos, L'Armée des Ombres, La Cercle Rouge, Un Flic. Un Flic is a Kino here in the U.S. I believe the discs in this set are quite excellent, but picture quality probably the same as Kino. I believe. I did research before I bought it, so I'll just trust PMAC Movies from a few months ago. You know, hopefully PMAC from a few months ago made a good decision. But if you have a region-free player, these are real bargains, even compared to the Kinos during the Kino sales. I think I paid... I didn't pay that much for it. It's like less than $40, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies and a bonus disc. And some of these movies are movies that I had on Criterion. They went out of print. I sold them for like 4 times what I paid. So this is a really nice set. Anything else I want to say about these? I don't think so. Okay. But Un Flic is part of the Kino sale also. And then I also got this Goddard set. This has Pierrot Le Feu, which is also a Belmondo movie, I do believe. Breathless. I believe Belmondo's also in that one. Une Femme et Une Femme. Don't know what the heck that is. La Mépris and Alphaville. Is La Mépris... So there's 1, 2, 3... 5 movies in this set, I think. And again, this was very affordable. This was less than $30. And like Pierrot Le Fou, that's one that I bought. I remember I bought the Criterion and I left it in its wrapper. It went out of print and I sold it for a bunch of money. Alphaville, I believe, has a Kino. Not sure about the others. Breathless, I do have the Criterion, so I need to sell that. Maybe I did sell it already. Who the heck remembers? But these are a couple good sets. They go. I don't know what the price of them is now, but I got them. It might have been around like a time where they were on sale or something like that, and they were a really good deal. So those are some nice sets, some bargain sets, still quality. If you have a region-free player, I have a region-free player upstairs and downstairs, so that I don't have to like think, oh, can I watch this? If I'm gonna watch this downstairs, can I watch it down there? I didn't feel like dealing with that, so I just get region-free players, and they're quite affordable. You can get a $100 region-free player on eBay, and you will be glad you did. You can go shop on Amazon UK and beer yourself some better deals than we have in the US. So, let me know what you guys got during the Kino sale. Let me know your thoughts on any of the movies I showed off here. These Kino sales are really fun. The thing is, you take a look at Arrow, you take a look at Criterion. Criterion tends to be very artsy movies. Kino, they have a lot of like variety. Like you got sci-fi, you got horror, you got action, you got comedy, you got westerns. You got movies that are more dramatic. You got movies that are more fun. Criterion is like boring artsy movies a lot. I don't even really buy Criterions that much anymore. PMAC, how dare you? Never watching one of your videos again. Come on, they're kind of boring though. And then like Arrow Video, mostly horror. They do have the Arrow Films line that are more like Criterions, but Arrow Video, horror, Scream Factory, horror, Shout does have that stuff, but Kino has such a variety, and then during these sales, you can get a lot of the movies for $10 or less. So it's a fun sale, and I'll tell you what I spent was over $200. I placed another, or I had spent like I think 160, and I was like, I might put together another order. If you spend $50, you get free shipping. So I put together another order that was like 60 something bucks. So I probably spent like $220 or something like that, maybe a little bit more than that actually. But I think I've rambled on enough. If you enjoy these videos, I would really appreciate you helping support the channel, even if it's just hitting the like button, leaving a comment. I really appreciate the feedback. I do try to get back to everyone. If I do miss you, don't feel offended. If you leave a comment for like an older video, there is more of a chance that I miss it, but I try to get back to everybody. And I did, I've had several hundred videos, and I deleted a bunch of them as a precaution. I might eventually put back up some of those. We'll see what happens. But leave me some feedback, and we will see you next time on PMAC Movies. Go hoard up at Kino.